Ambassador of Indonesia to the United States. The ambassador is continuing his family's important tradition of public service to Indonesia, previously as spokesman for Indonesia's president most recently, and now I'm pleased to say as Indonesia's ambassador in Washington, D.C. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the ambassador.
Assalamualaikum, Shalom, Ni Hao, Hola, and as you say here in America, what's going on? And for all your Trekkie fans out there, live long and prosper. I can't help it, I just saw the film on the way back here on the plane. Dr. Tan Lin Soo, you get the proclamation of Tan Lin Soo Day, and I get a parking ticket today. Mr. Mark Doster, President of Cal Asia Business Council, Executive Director of Cal Asia Business Council, Jeremy Potash, and Board of Directors of Cal Asia Business Council, Consul Generals, members of the Consular Corps in San Francisco, dear friends. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Dino Djalal. I am from Indonesia. My staff calls me ambassador. My wife calls me honey, pumpkin, or turkey, depending on the conversation we're having. Let me just ask my wife to rise. This is Rosa. She's a dentist, and I know what you're thinking, and yes, every Indonesian dentist look like that. I'm very honored to be here, me and my wife, and the whole Indonesian Diplomatic Corps, and I want to say special thanks and special appreciation for California Asia Business Council for all your hard work in promoting bridges between America and Asia, and especially with your cooperation with Indonesia. I'm very pleased to tell you that President Barack Obama had just been in my country, and it was not just a bilateral visit. It was a very historic visit that transformed the relationship between Indonesia and America into a comprehensive partnership. And it was quite an emotional homecoming for us Indonesians, because we don't see him just as an American. We also see him as an inspiring example to many young people in Indonesia. He was received like a rock star in Indonesia, and the speech that he gave at the University of Indonesia, it was the first time in our national history that an American president, or any heads of government for that matter, gave a speech that was televised to all of Indonesia. And it was such an uplifting speech. And it was a speech that redefined Indonesia-US relations. And it was a speech that also increased the appeal of America in the eyes of many Indonesians. Now, I'm so glad that President Barack Obama made that trip to Indonesia and to Asia. You know, it's very important, because for some in Asia, there was a feeling that America had been so preoccupied by Iraq, by Afghanistan, and with 9/11, that it became somewhat distracted from focusing on the larger picture on how to connect with Asia in recent years. And it is very important for America in the first decade of the 21st century to get Asia right, and also for Asia to get America right. Let me tell you at least 3 reasons why this is important. One, as Dr. Tan Lin Soo has indicated, the geopolitical, the strategic, and economic weight of the world is shifting fast to Asia. Asia is home to 2 of the world's most populous nations, India and China. 2 of the 3 largest economies in the world are in Asia. 3 of the 5 largest militaries of the world are in Asia. Asia accounts for 45% of the GDP of the world, half of the world production, and almost half of the trade of the world. Now, these are important numbers, but it's not just because of these statistics that Asia should become important to America. a key reason, and this is secondly, is that in Asia and across Asia, you see now a new dynamism, a new self-confidence. Irregardless of the political systems that are different in Asia, and irregardless of the hotspots and flashpoints in Asia, this dynamism is unmistakable. I just came from China, for example, to see the Expo, and you can see in China, there's a new mindset. The Chinese today are very different from the Chinese 40 or 50 years ago. The Chinese, when they do things, whether it's Expo or Olympics or other things, they just want to do it as the best in the world. They're not running for second place anymore, not third place, but we're running for first place. That's a new mindset. In Indonesia, for so many years, we were preoccupied internally. We had some self-doubts, but now we are a confident democracy, and we're confident of our position as the world's third largest democracy and a country where there is Islam, democracy, and modernity can go hand in hand together. Malaysia is one of the top trading nations in the world. India is rising. Korea is trying to beat everybody in the world of manufacturing. Singapore is trying to be the global cosmopolitan city. All across Asia, you see the sense that the 21st century belongs to Asia, and it is for us for the taking. The third reason is that if you see across Asia, and you see countries in Asia, you draw lines connecting all these countries, you see relationships are changing. Relationships between Indonesia and China are changing. Relationships between China and India are changing. Relationships between Vietnam and Australia are changing. Australia and China are changing. Relationships between ASEAN and the major powers are changing. Across the board, relationships are changing in Asia. America should engage and be part of that dynamic change. This regional architecture is still very fluid. You still have the East Asia Summit, you still have the APEC, you still have the ARF and all the other organizations, and it is still finding the right format to find a sustainable and durable institution of regional architecture. The United States should be engaged very actively in these efforts to promote and shape this regional architecture. I had a discussion with a friend in Washington, and he said, well, let's see if EAS will become important. Maybe then we'll throw our weight behind it. I told him, no, you're wrong. Right? If you do that, then you lag behind everybody else who is shaping the regional architecture. Don't wait until it becomes important. Join it and ride it and shape it. Right? And this is the attitude that America must have when it deals with Asia. In Asia now, everybody's talking about Asian-centric. And I think we also realize that as we believe this can be the Asian century, we cannot be the Asian century without America, without a strong America economically and politically. And I know all of you in America want to reclaim the 21st century as the American century. And I'm sure you all will realize also that you cannot reclaim it unless you have a healthy engagement with Asia, which is now driving the global economic recovery. I have one final thought to share with you.